Assalamu alaikum friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today is my 42nd video of DevOps. So in this video I am going to talk about Ansible. But before discussing what is Ansible, let's take a look at the role of system administrator. Alright? So system administrator is a person who manages all the system in an organization, like which application to install in a particular machine, or change the IP address of an operating system, or making other users in an operating system. Alright, so this is the work of the system administrator, to manage all the systems in an organization. So let's take a look at the problems that the system administrator face. Alright, so the management of the systems would be easy if there are few servers, but if there are thousands or more servers, then it would be very difficult for one person to manage all of them in a short period of time. Alright, so if there are many system administrators, then as humans they could make mistakes, or maybe a company have not enough budget to hire them. Alright, so this is a problem. If there are multiple people, then it will be a problem of budget, or they can make mistakes. If there are few people, then it will be very difficult for few people to manage multiple servers. Alright, the solution for this is automation. So the role of system administrator is replaced with DevOps engineers. Alright, so the DevOps will do the operation work also and the development work also. Alright, so first of all, you need to keep this in mind, the configuration management. Alright, so what is configuration management? So configuration is basically each and every detail of your machine, like server, storage, alright, etc. And the management is basically to delete the server, or update the server, or create the details for the server. So this is the work of the management. So configuration management, there are some tools related to configuration management that will do the work of the system administrator. Alright, so this is why it is the system administrator work is now replaced with automation. Alright. So we have discussed in the Terraform video lecture that basically there will be few stages in which the Terraform will be used for the initial purpose, and then after that the Ansible or other configuration management tools will be used at the end if you want to deploy an application. Alright, so the configuration management tool is part of the operations in DevOps, and the configuration management tool is of two types. Alright, the first type is the push based, and the second type is the pull based. Alright, so let's take about the push based. So push based configuration server pushes configuration to the nodes. Alright, so there will be one server that will push the data configuration data to multiple nodes. As you can see that these are multiple machines in which the data will be pushed through server. Alright, so all the data will be present inside one server. Alright, so this data will contain the data. This server will contain the data, and that server will push the data and update their versions to the other nodes. Alright, so the data will be present inside one server, and that server will transfer the data to other nodes. The push based configuration is used when you want the full control over other nodes. Alright, so the server has full control over other nodes, and you don't want to send the data until you want. Alright, and the example of push-based tools are Ansible and SolveStack. Alright, so these are the tools that are used for the push-based mechanisms. After that, there is another mechanism that is pull-based. So the nodes itself check and contact the server periodically. Alright, so now the nodes are responsible to notify the server that what are the things that the nodes are requiring. Alright, so the node are itself responsible to check in itself in them that what are the things that they require, and then after that they will contact the server, notify the server, and as a result the server will give those resources to the node. Alright, and fetches the configuration and updates the versions from it. Alright, so it will fetch the data from the server, and then it will update the version from it. The example of pull-based tools are Chef and Puppet. Alright, so we are going to discuss about the push-based tool, that is Ansible, in this video and in further videos also. So pull-based configuration is used when you add multiple nodes. Alright, so after that you don't need to configure them manually. Instead they will do all the tasks automatically. Alright, so they will notify the server every time if they want some kind of resources. So Ansible. So Ansible is a configuration management tool that will automate the processes of the nodes. It will control and manage the servers automatically so that you don't have to do it manually. Alright, so now the server is responsible to push the data to the nodes automatically. In this way, you are not responsible to manually check them out. Alright, so it is a push-based configuration management tool. After that, Michael Dehan developed Ansible, and then it began in February 2012. And after that, Red Hat acquired it in 2015. So Ansible is available for Red Hat, Debian, CentOS, Oracle Linux, and Windows. Alright, and other operating systems also. So it can be used in on-premises or in the cloud. So it is used in the local servers or in the cloud servers. It turns your code into infrastructure, and then it means that if you want a particular infrastructure, you will write the code for it and you will run it and it will do the tasks for you. Alright, so you will write the infrastructure for it. So this is a structure of Ansible. So there is one server, Ansible server, and these are the nodes that are connected to this Ansible server. And when the server will want, it will give the details to the nodes through the SSH. Alright, so there is no middleman present between the server and the node. Instead, the server will directly communicate with the node with the help of SSH. So this is SSH is a security feature that will secure the communication between the node and the server. Alright, so there is no middleman required in the mechanism or in this mechanism. Instead, the chef is basically, if you compare it to the Ansible with the chef is using the middleman, but the Ansible does not use the middleman. So Ansible uses YAML to transfer the data. So the data will be written inside the server and inside the YAML file to transfer the data to the node. And it will communicate with the help of SSH. It is an agentless, means it does not have a middleman. It means that as in Chef, the node was containing the Chef client agent to communicate with the Chef server. Alright, so in the Chef, the node was basically communicating with the Chef server with the help of Chef client. But in the Ansible is directly communicating with the nodes. So here there is no agent required. The file in which the recipe or the data is written is called playbook. Alright, so although the data is written in YAML, but this file will be named playbook. Alright, so there are some advantages and disadvantages of the Ansible that you need to keep in mind. So Ansible is free for everyone. Alright, so this is an awesome advantage for this, that anybody can use it, and it is very lightweight. And it is not specific to any operating system. Means it can be run in many operating systems. Alright, so I have discussed this earlier. After that, it is very secure due to its agentless capabilities and SSH security features. Alright, and Ansible does not need any special system administrator skills to install and use it. Means it is very simple. After that, it follows the push-based mechanism to push the data. It won't accept the requests that are coming every time to disturb it. Alright, in the pull-based mechanism, we have seen that the nodes will be notifying the server every time. Alright, but in this case, in the push-based mechanism, the server is responsible to push the data. So it means the node will not send the notification every time to the server. Alright, and they will not disturb it. So it means that the Ansible has a control to push the data to the desired time it wants. Alright. After that, there are some disadvantages also. So there is insufficient user interface, although Ansible Tower, that is a graphical user interface, but it is still in the development stage. Alright. You can't achieve automation by Ansible. Alright, so you can't achieve all the automation by Ansible because somehow you have to be involved in it to push the data. Alright, so there are this is some drawback of it, that you can't achieve the complete automation with the help of Ansible. You somehow need to be involved in the pushing of the data to the server. Alright, so it is new to the market, therefore it has limited support and documentation is less available for it. Alright, so it is going to be updated. After that, there are some terms that is used in the Ansible, and we are going to discuss these terms in the later on in this video. Sorry, in later on other videos, but you need to keep these in mind. So the first one is the Ansible server, the machine where Ansible is installed and from which all the tasks and playbook will be written. Alright, so the second one is the module. Basically, a module is a command or a set of similar commands meant to be executed on the client side. Alright, a task. Task is a section that consists of a single procedure to be completed. Alright, role, a way of organizing tasks and related file to be called in a playbook. Alright, and fact, the information fetched from the client system and the global variables with the gather facts operation. Inventory, the inventory is basically file containing the data about the Ansible client servers. And the play is the execution of a playbook. Handler, the task which is called only if a notifier is present. And the notifier is a section attributed to a task which calls the handler if the output is changed. In playbook, it consists of a code in YAML format which describes tasks to be executed. And host, there are nodes which are automated by Ansible. So these are the terms that are used in the Ansible. If you didn't understand it yet, I will be showing you in the next videos, and in these videos you will understand what are these terms used and how they will perform the task. So that's it for now. I hope you will like this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.